Attention. Please let us have your attention. You are now about to enter another dimension. So open your mind, push reset, and reboot your computer.
Time to kick it from the start, but save the best for last. Just sit back, relax, and ease your minds with Ned and Pat. You never know where they're going or what they're gonna say. They start in Leslie County, they end up on Pirate Bay. They keep the special guests coming like some interviews disciples. 1 minute it's DDP, then the next it's Shawn Michaels. Retro phenomenons, bringing throwback back. Like Nico with the cymbal, or when Patrick's name was Brack. Chuckles in my belly, now it's time to let them out. Ned and Pat, they got the funnies, and Nico's got the rap. So what y'all waiting for? Time to pull you up a seat and kill the radio. This podcast is yours to keep. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Ned and Pat.
Hello again, friends. It's Pat and...
Hajimemashite. Dozo yoroshiku.
Some fucking Chinese guy. Hi. Pat and Ned with Kill Your Radio. And we are coming to you tonight live from the Hyacinth House.
Yes. Hyacinth House. Hijinks.
And we are very excited that all of our new equipment came in. And tonight we will have our very first on-air interview with Bobaflex guitarist and one of our oldest, dearest friends, John Hoskins.
Yeah.
So we're super stoked about that. Mm-hmm. And all of the upcoming interviews that we have, which we'll talk about at the end of the show like we always do. But first of all, tonight, Coots told us about something really crazy, and we couldn't help but to kind of jump on it because it's just out there. Megadeth, I'm sure most people have heard of them or listened to them. The frontman, Dave Mustaine, is very vocal about his political views, to say the least. And apparently they were playing a concert on the 7th of this month, August, over in Singapore, and a fan threw his shoe at Dave. So Dave began this 4-minute tirade. In the beginning, he was innocently calling the thrower of the shoe an inbreeder. He said that's what happens when cousins fuck.
I wonder if it was the same guy that threw the shoe at George W. Bush.
If only we could know that.
Did you see what a impressive dodge that he did when he dodged that shoe?
George W. is used to having shit thrown at him.
He did like
Matrix.
Yeah, like time slowed, and then he did like this big duck, and then he raised back up
and said, "Don't mess with Texas."
Like he was getting ready to shoot him with a laser or something. I mean, it was really, I don't know, that happened a long time ago,
but so he goes on with this little speech, and he's making fun of a fan who keeps interrupting him. And then he launches into this rant against Obama about, he says, "Back in my country, my president," and then he puts his finger up to his mouth like he's puking, says he's trying to pass a gun ban, so he's staging all of these murders like the Fast and Furious thing down at the border and the massacre in Aurora, Colorado. He says all the people that were killed there, and now the beautiful people at the Sikh temple, which is someplace near Milwaukee. And he goes on to say that he was talking to their promoter for that night and says he doesn't know where he's going to live if America keeps going the way it is because it's turning into Nazi America. And then he says, "I'll have to move down here to Singapore." So Ned and I got to talking about these conspiracy theories about, like the Aurora thing was staged by the government, and then Robert Kennedy's assassination, and the Unabomber. And there's all these conspiracies that go along with this stuff about how the government had a hand in it. And while we were talking, it occurred to me that each of these people that we talked about were like really smart. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, like the guy that done the Aurora thing, he was going to be
he was like getting his PhD in neuroscience.
Right. Then the Unabomber was, you said he was like an amazing mathematician.
Yeah, he was just like one of those old school, like Harvard mathematicians. Like,
Right. So, I mean, could there be any?
it is weird. I guess on the counter argument, you could say that maybe
Their intelligence drives them insane, or
or maybe it would take somebody that intelligent to get that involved in because it was all like big plans and
right,
months and years in the Unabomber's case.
right. But I mean, it's something strange to think about on either front, because if somebody's that smart, they should know not to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, but I don't know. Probably more likely to rationalize it, though,
Yeah.
and construct like an elaborative narrative in their mind about
Why people are expendable, and
or why that they have, like a
they're being a martyr. They're doing it for the greater good.
they've really, I don't know. I guess they're more easily able to talk themselves into saying that they have a real reason to do it,
Right.
or the government's just brainwashing them.
Exactly. That's what we're going with, brainwashing.
Because, I mean, you think about it, he was studying the mind. I mean,
It's true.
it's an odd coincidence, really.
It really is.
I mean, he was in the very field, that would be possible to do. You know what I'm saying?
right. No, it's wacky. It's wacky to think about it.
Maybe they did some kind of weird experiment on him.
Very true.
I don't know. Plus, people just snap sometimes.
Yeah. And people that are like grad students or stuff like that, they have a lot on them, so they're really, I guess, they would be more, just as likely for them to snap as a mailman.
Mm-hmm.
So, you never know.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that'll come out about, they'll have his entire life scrutinized.
Yeah. I just think it's funny how Dave has just got so hardcore, politicking here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's alienating, how many metalheads really give a shit?
You tell that to Rage Against the Machine fans, buddy.
Well, they're communists. They don't care either way.
You listen here. Tom Morello will screw you.
He'll take me to school.
He'll take you to Dan Rather's school. Scoo.
But ain't it crazy? Dave just goes nuts with these. He was all hardcore about Santorum.
That is a little weird.
He loved Santorum.
I don't understand the Santorum thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Santorum just seemed like a strange person.
Yeah.
You know that. Do you remember when it came out that he was like a big partier in college, and
Yep.
he drank, and he was supposedly the master of the shotgun of the beer.
Shotgun mastery. That's what we need as a president.
Yeah, they said he was actually kind of a cool guy.
We need another Kennedy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what's weird about Kennedy?
What?
Have you ever seen any pictures of him before he was around the time he was president? He weighed 100 pounds. He was real. Have you ever seen old pictures of Frank Sinatra when he was young? How he's you could see his cheekbones. He was way real crazy skinny.
Yeah.
He looked like that. He was gaunt. He was real frail. And they started giving him he had another thing is he was in terrible health. He almost died a few times.
Sinatra?
No, Kennedy. Kennedy might not have even lived that long if he hadn't been assassinated. He had a bad back, and he had I forget the name of it. It was a disease that affects your I think it's like your adrenal gland or something. But he
was sickly to be a young man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was sick all of his life, and he had to have like back surgeries.
Wow.
Like a bunch of times, and like he was just in crazy amount of pain most of the time, and they had to keep him like on painkillers and stuff a lot of times. And when he filled out, like when he gained weight and stuff, is because they had him on steroids to treat all of his like ailments.
Wow.
And he like gained like 40 pounds or something. He looked totally different when he was president than before.
That's crazy.
He was like a real little guy, like most of his life.
That's crazy. What craziness. But yeah, Dave's hardcore political. And in other music news, some cat in England has won a $232 million lottery. That's equivalent to 148 million pounds in the Euro Millions lottery. And he wants to buy a classic Guns N' Roses reunion. This man wants to pay the original lineup of Guns N' Roses to get back together. And he says, I think I would just have to get Guns N' Roses back together. The original lineup, mind. I'm a real fan.
That's so British, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mind.
I mean, why would you want to spend your money on that?
$232 million is like a fake amount of money. You know what I'm saying? It's like not even real.
I guess it's not completely ludicrous to spend like $2 or $3 million on seeing your favorite band in the original lineup.
Out of that much?
Yeah.
You could spend $100 million.
But then you'd only have 132 left.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's enough to make it.
I saw houses on Cribs today that costed $50 million.
I know. But they deserve that money.
Oh, yeah. Babyface did. Him and Ursher.
Yeah.
They deserve all that money.
I know it.
Crazy.
Just think about that, though. Think about how little money you actually need, even to do like crazy stuff. Like you could take a big wild vacation and go to like every country in Europe and not spend like a fraction of that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You could rent like $10,000 a night hotel rooms. I mean,
for 100 nights. And
it's funny how much money people can really go through. Like, I don't know where it goes.
Yeah.
You would have to change your name and move away, though.
Especially here.
I mean, everybody would hit you up for money all the time.
Or be putting a hit out on you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They say that winning the lottery is one of the worst things that can happen to you, really.
I don't know who they are, but
I think it just happens to crazy people a lot of times.
Yeah. It's apparently people that don't know how to have fun, because I'd have a ball.
Yeah.
I'd go ape shit with that shit.
I don't know. You would probably bet it all like on like a card game and lose it or something.
No.
I believe you would.
No.
Why now?
I'd spend $1 million at a casino easy, though.
Why would you go to a casino if you had millions of dollars?
It's the thrill of winning.
You wouldn't need to win anything.
The rich people are the ones that always win, though.
If I had that much money, I'd just horse race.
Would you take me?
Huh?
Would you take me?
Yeah, we'd eat them little cups of burgoo and see Scott Phillips.
Lex Mark Proud.
Yeah, we used to have a great time.
Hell yeah. We'd have to go to the Derby.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You could go to everything.
Hell yeah, you could.
I'd be like going to Wimbledon, and I'd be watching cricket championships in India. I wouldn't care.
I know.
I'd wear like craziness. I'd dress up like a Roman soldier or something. You know what I mean? I'd have like costumes made every day.
Dress like Caesar.
Yeah. I'd dress like a Crimean war general or something and go to church. I don't know.
Dress up like Robert E. Lee.
Yeah. I'd have like big plumed helmets on and stuff half the time.
Oh my God. That would be so funny.
I know.
You need to win the lottery.
I'd have like a big cavalry sword rigged up where glitter would shoot out whenever I pulled it out. I'd just walk around hiding, or ride a horse around hiding,
shooting your glitter gun.
Yeah,
I'd have T-shirts made with big assholes on the front.
Yeah, real ones, harvested and made into fine leather.
Asshole leather. We could start a company.
Yeah, it's the softest kind.
Yeah, shit happens, I guess.
I mean, really. Think about this, though. You can buy lottery tickets and you can bet on horses, but it's wrong to play slot machines.
And smoke weed.
Yeah. Kentucky is like this bastion of morality. They make bourbon in dry counties. They gamble in a state where gambling's illegal.
Only on horse racing, though. You can't legally gamble on anything else.
That's gambling, though.
I know, but still.
It's the exact same thing.
It don't make it okay.
A horse does not make it okay.
What if I play like those?
Well, that'd be like saying, like, I could kill you if I was riding a horse. That's completely unrelated.
I guess it kind of makes
I
sense.
wanted to make a bad example.
Yeah, you done a good job. But, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with John Hoskins from Bobaflex. We'll be right back.
Hey, folks, it's Pat from KYR Radio. We all know that the Internet's a great advertising medium, and if you're looking to do so, look no other than KYR Radio. KYR has several very reasonably priced packages for advertising, and we guarantee professional quality. So, if interested, please contact us at KYRradio12@gmail.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/KYRradio12.
And we are back. We're going to get Johnny Boy on the phone here. So I'll let Ned do a little bit of talking while I do a little bit of calling.
That's right. Where you at, Johnny Boy?
I'll be right back with you folks. Listen to Ned and his silliness for a while.
I shall be silly. Well, Pat's operating the phone right now. And we're about to pull a super duper overdrive super secret phone interview here. We have some dialing sounds. Anticipation. I feel like we're at a golf match or something here. Is a golf game called a match? I don't think it is.
Hey, what's up?
Uh-oh. We have contact. Yes. We have made contact. I said that already. We gotta rig some stuff up here. Pat's doing the one ear cup headphone maneuver. Oh, what kind of hold music do we have? Apparently none at all.
Are you there?
Yep.
Oh. John Hoskins from Bobaflex. So, how's it been going out on the road?
The road has been fucking great.
Is it everything you expected it to be?
It's more than I ever expected it to be.
Like, what's the craziest story that you can tell and maybe not go to jail?
Craziest story I can tell, not go to jail. I mean, think about this for a minute. But the craziest story I can tell, not go to jail, not be in trouble with my family.
Yes.
Let's see. The
craziest story I can tell would probably be my third day out on the road. We were going to and we were in the van, and we're all bored, and we had a day off. And I found a bunch of beer in the van, and I started drinking this beer. And little did I know, when we got to Mankato, at this place where we're staying at, and we get there, and the guy's like, "Oh, you guys order whatever you want, drink whatever you want." And so I ordered like, so he bought it, like, bringing all this beer stuff. Next thing I know, there's all these Jaeger bombs. And backstage, back behind the building, talking, hanging and stuff. And the very next thing I know, I wake up in the hotel room alone.
What?
That's probably the craziest thing ever. Yeah. Well, I came to myself. I didn't wake up, and apparently I've been talking to my wife on the phone for like 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's probably the craziest thing.
Was it Killian's?
No, it was the Jaeger bombs, I think.
Oh, but did you start out with Killian's? I know you're a fan.
I used to be a fan of Killian's, but I think they changed the recipe. It doesn't taste the same anymore.
I remember a very fun night at an old man's house with a keg of Killian's.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Singing "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" to people on their voicemails.
Might have been your brother Scott.
Might have been.
Yeah. I also remember my brother having to pack me to my car.
Yeah, I kind of remember that part too. So, what can you tell us about a new album coming up?
Well, we are currently working on new songs and already laying tracks down for new songs.
Sweet.
I got to go tomorrow night and record some fiddle parts, some acoustic tunes we're doing. We're doing an acoustic version and acoustic version last playing the fiddle on both of those.
Cool.
That's going to be good. Got to try to get those knocked out before we go on the road. We're going to go on the road. We'll be on for 6 or 7 weeks.
You going to be playing in Kentucky during that stint?
We will be playing in Louisville at some point. It's on our website, the date. I'm not sure of the date. It's in September. And I can't remember the name of the place, to be honest with you. It starts with a Y.
Probably some of that 4th Street stuff, huh? Maybe?
I'm not sure.
We'll check it out.
I'm not really extremely familiar with Louisville, so I don't know.
We'll put our team on it.
Ned says we'll put our team on it, which consists of him and me. So
that's a good team.
We'll get on the website. Yeah.
Ask Ned if his teeth are still black.
I'll let you ask him. Here you go.
Are my teeth still black?
Are your teeth still black?
I hope not.
Oh, man.
My eyes would be in bad shape if I've not noticed that.
Yeah, my eyes are always in bad shape. No sleep, you know.
Yeah.
That's one thing you don't get on the road. You don't get to sleep. You don't get to shower.
I'd say no.
No, we get to shower now. We got the bus. The bus has a shower on it. So, yeah, we get to shower on the bus now.
That's a big step up from a van.
That's a huge step up from a van. We have places to sleep, places to shower. We have a refrigerator and a stove and a microwave. It's awesome.
See,
and we got PlayStation 3 and a TVs, so it's awesome.
That's everything you need to get by. So, who did you get to hang out with at Rock on the Range that just kind of blew your mind?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get to hang out with anybody at Rock on the Range because we had 31 interviews to do that day.
Shit.
So, basically, we got there at 10 a.m. The interview started, and they went until about 4 o'clock. We had an hour to relax, and then we had to play.
Man.
So we didn't get to really hang out with anybody but radio people and various media people. I did get to watch, this is really cool, I got to watch Five Finger Death Punch's set from next to the drum riser. That was pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
That was very cool.
And then you guys played with Hell Yeah a few months back.
Yep, we played with Hell Yeah in Huntington. That was pretty awesome.
And then most
I got to
recent,
meet Vinnie Paul, and I hung out with Chad for a long time. That was very cool, too. And about 2 weeks ago, we actually played with Korn, and that was pretty awesome.
that's what I was getting ready to say. You guys played with Korn very recently.
Yep, in Madison, Wisconsin at band camp.
At band camp?
Yep.
Got
to hang out with guys from Non-Point. You know, I got to meet Morgan Rose from Seven Dust. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, how crazy is that, man? Like, people that you listen to, you know, years back, now you're getting to, like, just chill with them after the show.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, if you told me a year ago that, you know, you'll be doing a show with Korn next year, I probably would have just laughed at you.
Speaking of a year ago, you know, how did the audition come about, and how did you approach it? Did you go in and play your own stuff, or did you learn some of their stuff, or?
There was really not an audition. What happened was, you know, I'd played with a band called Stitch Rivet in Kentucky, and we'd actually opened for Bobaflex maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. And I started painting, was selling my paintings on Facebook, and it was a Sunday, of course. I can remember this like it was yesterday. It was Sunday, and I got on my Facebook, had a message from Marty McCoy, said, "Hey, bro, hit me up ASAP." It was on my, you know, my painting page there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, like, freaking out. I told my wife, I was like, "You'll never guess who left me a message. You know, Marty McCoy from Bobaflex." And she's like, "What's he want?" I'm like, "I don't know. I guess a painting." You know, I never had any idea.
He wants a picture, honey.
So I replied back. I was like, "Hey, man, thanks for liking my page, whatever, and, you know, congratulations on Rock on the Range." So I got up and started cooking a little bit. Chicken and dumplings, actually. And I come back and checked it a few minutes later, and he left me a message, said, "Hey, man, I need a guitar player." You're the first guy I thought of. So that was it.
Right on, man.
Of course, I paced around the house for a couple of hours before I called him.
You overthought it, huh?
Oh, man, I was freaking out. Bobaflex is my favorite band. Bobaflex has been my favorite band for, like, at least 3 years since I saw them live. Since Ditch Rivet first opened up for them, they've been my favorite band.
I had a favorite band back in the day, and I think you were in it.
Well, who is that?
Oh, you know. I'm going old school with this. A little Torque action.
I didn't know you was in Metallica.
Man.
Ned said I didn't know you was in Metallica. You didn't? Wow. But man, it's all came about so fast for you, and we're all so happy and proud.
Oh, man, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I get to play. I get to go on the road and play with my favorite band. It's pretty awesome.
And you're making a living out of it.
And yeah, I am.
I mean, God knows that you've tried and paid your dues.
Well, I actually have I've had a job, you know, other than the band. I've had a job working for Morehead State University for, I don't know, almost 2 years.
Yeah. And before,
but Friday is my last day.
And even before that, when you were, you know, still around back here, you worked at our local hospital.
I did, yep.
And you were there. The most amazing tech guy ever.
I wouldn't say that.
That's what I've heard. No.
I certainly try.
But, man, we really appreciate you talking with us.
Yeah,
I'm glad to talk to you.
You kind of caught me off guard on that black teeth deal. I had to think about it, and that was not the only thing that remained black for some days. Henceforth,
It was hard to get off, wasn't it?
It stained
my mouth was black, my hands were black, my teeth were black.
There was black water in the bowl too.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell have you guys been doing?
We ate the Satan cake.
Cake, black icing.
Oh my God. That had to have been from Mr. Webb then.
Yeah, it was. It was the blackest cake ever.
It was. It tastes good, though.
Just like it's sold. No.
It was delicious cake, yeah.
But, man.
Well, you guys don't mind I'm taking a piss.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, all the 100 and 200 and some people that listen to us will love to hear about your wee-wee.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else that, people may want to know about you, like your social security number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Write that down. Hurry.
Years later, we're going to send this video to Eddie Trunk, and he's going to relish your piss.
Yeah. Eddie Trunk's going to love you.
Oh, yeah.
That should be your next goal, to get on the metal show and just talk shit to him.
Yeah, that would be great. Be on the metal show, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and talk shit to Eddie Trunk.
We got some cool stuff going up in this next tour. It's going to be, like I said, 6 or 7 weeks. I can't remember for sure. We get to play with Nonpoint a few times on it, 2 or 3 times, and we're playing in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino with Static X, and that's going to be awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I thought they were separated for the time.
Well, they were. I think Wayne Static went on his own for a while, but they're back together now, and we'll be doing a show with them, so it's awesome.
That's awesome. I saw them at Ozfest the year it was free, and they put on a really good show.
That's great. I had tickets to Ozfest, but didn't get to go. Sucks.
The free year?
I don't remember what year it was now. Too long ago.
We got the free tickets and then paid $20 to upgrade them and ended up in the front row at the main stage.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. Which, Ozzy and Static X and Lamb of God were really the only super cool bands there. But I did get to see Lordy, who I'd never heard at the time, and now I'm a huge fan because they're such a spectacle.
They are, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. That should be our old buddy Scott Napier's cup of tea because he's all about the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're playing with Texas Hippie Coalition Saturday.
I love those guys.
Have you heard them?
Oh, we love them.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Actually, Scott Napier was the one that told me about them. And then we saw this video of them doing a live thing at a radio station. They were playing acoustic. And
really?
Yeah. It's, look it up on YouTube. It's Troublesome Times Live Acoustic. And just,
check that out.
It gets to the little break, and the big singer guy, looks out the window forever, like he's deep in thought. It was just really funny to us at the time. I don't know. It's easy to entertain us. And by the way, I wanted to tell you, your story would have been a little better if you were making potato soup instead of chicken and dumplings.
Well, I don't have a good potato soup recipe.
Well, I do.
But I've got a good chicken and dumplings recipe, so.
I've got a good potato soup recipe. Come down from the best, and I'll give it to you.
I'm sure you do. Best potato soup I ever ate was at your house.
First potato soup you ever ate, pal.
The best potato soup ever that I ever had in my life was at your house, so I'm sure you got the good recipe.
Oh, yeah. And the funny thing was she just kind of told me what to do, and then I Frankensteined it a little. Mine's super cheesy. She would have never ate mine. I put a bag of cheese in it.
Oh.
It's good.
Your mom, man, dude, she made the best potato soup. I never had potato soup until I stayed at your house, and your mom's like, "Do you like potato soup?" I said, "I never ate it."
Now what's this?
It's I didn't know potatoes could be soup. What?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's funny.
It's great, though.
Because people listening probably, they would never think that, I grew up around John all my life, and he would come in and visit my brother and try to teach him how to play guitar. and he would spend 30 minutes with me fucking with my head telling me ghost stories before he went to my brother. So, and
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so here comes this long-haired dude at the door carrying a guitar. He's like, "Hey, kid, want me to fuck with your head for a while?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I cried myself to sleep. No,
I remember your brother body slamming you a lot, actually.
Oh, my brother messed with me bad. But, man, we really appreciate you talking with us for a while. And we are going to hit you up again very soon, so have your cell phone ready.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
And we're going to get out to Louisville and see you, if at all possible.
I think it's a place called Yazoo's, now that I think about it. I couldn't swear to that. It may be that. Maybe something else. I don't know. I looked at the dates, and all the places and names, they just kind of run together.
They'd have to. What with that, and then all the fans harassing you after the show. Don't lie.
I don't get harassed too bad.
Oh, we know you do.
Oh, well, no, the craziest story ever. I told you the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
I just remembered the craziest story ever was we played in St. Petersburg, Florida, like last week, right?
Uh-huh.
We went on a tour down south with Evans Blue, and we were direct support for them. And we played in St. Petersburg. And after the show, we're walking down the street, the bass player and I. And this guy comes up to me and he goes, you're kind of cute. Do you ever think about doing porn?
What?
Yeah. And I was like, no, I never thought about doing porn.
Wow.
Yeah, like, really, what does it take for a guy to come up and say, you ever think about doing porn?
Now think back to all the times you got upset over the Neo cracks. Those were much better than that.
Anything's better than that, man. A 70-year-old guy come up to and saying, hey, man, you're kind of cute. You ever think about doing porn? I'm kind of like...
Ned's speechless.
I always attract just the strangest people anyway. And then there was the night there was a guy in the front row. He knocked my mic stand over. He knocked my pedals off my pedal board. Then he knocked my pedal board off the stage.
Any particular reason, or just drunk?
He was just pretty wild.
I'm sure you have that happen a lot. Not to that extent, but I'm sure that people probably get up on the stage every now and then.
Every now and then.
When you don't have some big hulking guy in front of them killing them.
Yeah. We did one show, and there was a girl that jumped up on stage, and some security guy grabbed her and just like manhandled her off the stage. I was like, ooh. He's killing her.
I'm sure it'd be cooler to have girls jump up on stage than guys. Which, I mean, just for the sake of saying that there were girls jumping on stage rather than guys.
Than a 70-year-old porn guy.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a lot cooler.
Happened.
Maybe it was Harry Reams or something.
Harry Reams.
Yeah.
You might be the next big porn thing, man.
Yeah, you might have been like
No,
talking to
me.
a porn legend or something.
No, me and porn is not big.
Well, it may be for some people. Got to think outside the box in this time with the economy and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe somebody.
Oh, my God. That's a good story. We'll have to put that in text on the website.
That was really weird. It really was. Then he followed me around. He's like, and he says, you look like you might be packing, too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you looking? Of course, the clothes you wear on stage are all really tight anyway.
Right.
So at this point, you're thinking, wait, man, this 70-year-old guy is checking out my junk. That's very weird.
So, like, do you guys have to wear all black on stage now, or can you just pick out whatever you want? I've wondered about that.
No, I wear whatever. Now, the pants I wear are always black just because I only have one pair.
They're your lucky stage pants.
I pretty much wear these pants like 4 weeks at a time sometimes.
See, I've wondered that because lately it's like every band is always wearing black pants, and it used to not be like that. Like you had
what other pants would you wear? Like plaid?
Dime wore camo.
Nah, well, the music we play, I don't think camo would quite fit.
Well, I guess you're right.
A nice Argyle pattern, maybe.
Just go with black. Black matches everything.
Ned says,
I wear every shirt in the world, just whatever.
Well, we'll get you a Kill Your Radio shirt to wear.
If you get me a Kill Your Radio shirt to wear, I will wear it, and I'll wear it on stage.
Verbal confirmation right there.
Yep, I will do it. I promise you.
Awesome. And Ned says that you should go with a nice Argyle print.
You would.
Maybe you'll attract some more old men.
I think you narrowly avoided a sex dungeon.
I think if I wore Argyle pants, I would definitely attract old men.
Tell him again.
I think you
I'm
narrowly...
not into old men, though, so,
I think you avoided a sex dungeon.
I think I did. I think I narrowly escaped. Well, I didn't know. I found out later there is a very big porn industry in that area, so the dude might have been legitimate. I don't know.
Thought it all came out of California.
California and Florida, apparently.
Wacky. So when can we expect this new album to come about? 6 months, a year?
We're shooting for the spring.
Good time.
We already working on a bunch of songs. That's the benefit of having the bus. We can work with the bus, and we have been. But the very first song, well, actually, one song from the new album is already finished, mixed. The guy who does the mixing for Papa Roach actually mixed it, and it sounds great. It's called Bad Man. It's a really good song.
You guys testing it out live any?
Not yet. We haven't played it live yet. We've gone over it a few times, but we haven't actually played it live yet. The other song is the song that Sean wrote, and it's we're in the process of recording it, and it'll be on the new album probably. We're doing the 2 acoustic things, and those will be on iTunes. They're not going to be on the new album, but they will be on iTunes.
Right. Sweet.
The Guns, acoustic version of Guns, and the acoustic version of Last Song.
Hell yeah. And you guys doing the cover of Simon and Garfunkel, too. It's pretty gutsy.
It's a pretty awesome tune.
It is.
I mean, I had nothing to do with that. It was recorded way before I came into the band. I heard it before the album came out, because when I was a Stitch Rivet, Jared actually was recording us. Jared, the bass player.
Right.
He's an engineer in the studio and a producer, and he was actually recording us. So I got to hear it before it ever came out, and, I'm not a big fan of cover tunes.
Right.
Most of the time when I hear a band cover a song, I always like the original better. But when I heard their version of Sound of Silence, I was like, this is the best cover tune I've ever heard in my life.
That's been your...
I actually like it better than the original.
That's been your philosophy from years back, too. And
it has been, you're right.
I can distinctly remember you guys never playing cover tunes, and I would always ask why.
We did a Cold Chamber song. I think we did,
you guys...
Machine, maybe.
You guys may have done Bread Fan a couple of times, I think. Maybe.
I don't remember. It's too long ago.
It's all embedded.
But when I heard Bobaflex's version of Sound of Silence, I was like, oddly enough, I like this much better than the original.
Yeah, it's really dynamic.
It is very dynamic. It's they really stepped it up a notch when they did it.
Oh yeah.
And we finished recording the official video for it, and it's done now. I actually had to go to Columbus. We recorded it, or we did the video at used to be a church. It's been converted to a venue now. They have concerts and stuff there, and I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but it's going to be a killer video. It's going to be awesome, dude. I saw the preliminary cut of it, and it was really good. But Marty went and worked with the guy's name that recorded. His name is A.J. Satterfield. He's worked with him, and it's finalized. It's finished. It's done. It's going to be premiered soon. I'm not exactly sure when. I'm not sure when it's going to be premiered. I think it's going to be. They're going to try to time it with the official release of a single as well.
Cool.
So it's going to be premiered on some really big websites. I can't really say which ones are at the moment, but the biggest rock magazines, music magazines out right now, and be premiered on their website. It's going to be really cool. We all die at the end. We had to do our own stunts. I beat myself to death doing my death scene.
Man.
Yeah.
You're gonna you'll be able to be a stunt man by the time the music career's over.
Probably. I was bruised up and cut up and everything. Just to make it look realistic, so,
It sounds like you've been a busy man for the past few months.
I haven't had a day off between my job and the band. I haven't had a day off since March.
But can you really? You can't really call the band working though, because you're having too much fun.
It is fun, but I'll tell you, it is a lot of hard work. People who have never done this don't realize what kind of hard work it is. It's probably the most strenuous physical work I've ever done in my life, and I've done carpentry work a lot of really manual labor. I've done a lot of it, and it doesn't even compare to this. It's the most strenuous, tiring thing I've ever done in my life.
Right. I mean, the wear and tear from the road, and then getting up and just giving it all every night that you play.
Well, it's kind of like this. You load in, and we play. We load out, and sometimes we have 13, 14-hour drive after we play, so we get to the next venue just in time to load in again. So there's no rest, really.
Right.
If you get 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night, then you're really, really good. You're doing good if you get 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night.
Are you, when you get to the next town, are you guys getting a lot of like stuff with radio stations and media?
Yep, and a lot of times we have to show up. We'll be at a radio station at 7 o'clock in the morning. Actually, recently we did a radio thing in Cincinnati, and we were there at 6:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
And we did a full electric thing. Usually it's acoustic, but for that one we loaded all of our equipment in and played electric instruments. And we had to be there at 6:30 in the morning to get ready for it.
Damn.
Which means we had to leave at because we left from West Virginia, we had to leave at 3 or 4 in the morning. We got there, we loaded up, we played, we loaded back out again, and we went we had to play, I think it was Hillsboro, Ohio. We had to go there, and same thing all over again. You load in, you play, and you load out, and you travel to the next town.
Rough, man.
It's really hard work.
We're all glad that you're getting to do it. We're going to petition for a Welcome to Leslie County, home of John Hoskins sign.
Oh, that's funny.
It's coming.
You'll never get that passed.
Oh, we'll do everything we can.
They'll say who?
We'll say the guitarist for Bobaflex, motherfucker. That's who.
Yeah, we'll change the name of the spur to the John Hoskins fretboard.
That would be a really cool road name.
So much for you, Tim Couch Pass.
Oh, shit.
And instead of mile markers, it'll be fret markers.
Instead of mile markers,
yeah.
it'll be fret markers.
Fret 1, fret 2. Got to go away. 22's good.
Yeah.
My main acts right at the moment is Michael Kelly. Bobaflex had a Michael Kelly endorsement, so that's what my main act is right at the moment until my V gets repaired. Kind of broke it one night.
Uh-oh. How did you manage? How did you manage
Razors?
that?
I suspect it was Rock Majesty.
Well, Pretty Razors has got this thing where you got to use the toggle switch a lot, and about halfway through the song, toggle switch quit working, so it's broken.
Waiting for the big Gibson endorsement.
Oh yeah.
It's come. I
would almost prefer Epiphone, to be honest with you.
We're going to petition them too. We're going to be your backing for everything in John Hoskins.
Now we did just recently picked up a Sennheiser endorsement.
Nice.
That was pretty cool. The drummer has a Pearl endorsement. That's pretty awesome.
We got a Behringer board today.
Awesome.
It's pretty good for what we're doing.
It comes with an endorsement, I think.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, it probably came with an endorsement. They're probably going to use us.
That's really cool.
No, they're not. That's horrible.
We found out when we got to the show the other day that Korn's drummer has the same exact kit as our drummer.
That's cool.
Yeah, he actually used our drummer's snare drum.
Right on
the show that night. I got to meet Fieldy. That was freaking awesome.
Man, you got to start getting autographs for us.
Well, I didn't get any autographs. I did get a picture with him, though.
You got to meet Vinnie Paul. I mean, come on.
I did, very briefly, not very long, but I did get to meet him. I took my picture with him. It was awesome. He's one of my heroes.
Hell yeah.
So, then we played the Alrosa Villa recently, and that was awesome. It was sold out, over 700 people there. It was great.
Sweet.
And we'll have an official video release from that as well. It's a live video of us doing Vampire.
Nice.
And I've seen the final cut of that. And it is awesome. The sound was taken from the board, of course. and so you get to hear what Bobaflex really sounds like live.
Awesome. And when will that get to come out?
Not entirely sure. Soon, I hope, because it's really good.
I can tell you something, buddy. Whenever you meet Metallica, your ass better call me.
Whenever what?
Whenever you meet Metallica, your ass better call me.
And if I ever meet Metallica, I will call you and let you talk to James Hetfield yourself.
I would probably die of a stroke. Ned would have to fly solo on this podcast.
Me and you both, brother.
No, you don't get starstruck. I tend to every now and then.
No, I don't get starstruck, actually. I think the only time I ever did was when we played with Hell Yeah, and Vinnie Paul walked by. I think I almost shit my pants.
It was one of those, you're fucking Vinnie Paul.
Right. We were in the club, and he walks by. When he did, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't say anything. I was just like, oh, my God, Vinnie Paul just walked by.
It's one of those, do you know who you are?
Then I had to go change my clothes because, at least change my underwear.
Because you shit yourself, yeah. I would, too. Man. But, John, you have been so gracious tonight that we're going to send you $1. And put that toward gas on the tour bus.
I'll tell you what, you keep that $1. I'll send you $1.
No, we don't need no contributions here. Unless you want to send us like 25,000. We're going for the big stuff.
If I had 25,000, I'd give it to you. I don't have it though.
Well, we do. We're just hoarding it.
Well, you're doing better than I am.
Yeah. If I had $25,000, we'd probably have a radio station or starting one. Ned's looking at me real mean.
I am not.
Man, thanks for talking to us tonight. We'll get back up with you. Hopefully in Louisville we'll be able to come and see you.
If you come to Louisville, just let me know, and I'll make sure you get in. You don't have to pay. I'll put you on the guest list.
Hey, we want to meet your buddies, too.
Oh, you will. Meet them all.
They seem like they're pretty cool. We want to ask them about the Mothman, what they know.
They are. It's just the coolest band I ever played with. It's the first time I ever played in a band where there's no drama. Everybody gets along, and it's great.
That's good. That's really good.
It is. Everybody, we got each other's back. For instance, we played in Iowa not too long ago, and we were doing Sound of Silence, and somebody threw a drink at our bass player, Jared.
Oh, no.
Why they would throw something at Jared, I don't know. He's the nicest guy in the world. But they did, and we all piled off stage and ran after the person who did it. We stopped the show. The show stopped. It thought it was Sean. Sean just freaking dropped my guitar on the stage and just took off.
That's badass. You don't see camaraderie like that anymore.
Well, when we do a Sound of Silence, I play the acoustic. Sean plays my electric, and Marty plays the electric, and Jared is the lead vocalist on that one. So the drink came out of nowhere. It hit him right in the face. And I look over, and next thing I know, Sean drops the guitar on the floor, takes off. I'm like, well, here we go. So we all pile off, and whoever the guy was, he ran off, of course.
He was going to get buried with his guns on, wouldn't he?
No, we took his guns away from him. He didn't buried for nothing. And then we came back on stage and just picked up where we left off.
It's funny because before we called you, we had just talked about a piece of news that we read today about in Singapore, somebody threw a shoe at Dave Mustaine. So he went on a 4-minute rant, first calling the person a cousin fucker, and then going on a rant about Obama.
What's Obama got to do with some guy throwing a shoe at him?
I don't know. He's way too political these days.
No, let me tell you, I met Dave Mustaine. And he is a very cool guy. And Bobaflex actually toured with Megadeth.
Really?
Yeah.
Right on. Megadeth was one of your big influences back in the day, weren't they?
Mine? Hell yeah. I love Megadeth. Megadeth's one of my favorite bands ever.
I can remember being told a story about how when you would come to band practice, you'd be like, check this out, what I just learned, and you'd play like some huge-ass Megadeth solo.
Yeah.
And it was like every practice you were learning a new Megadeth solo.
Probably so. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I've got the storyline. If only I could tell people the good stories I've heard.
But yeah, Bobaflex is on the Gigantic tour with Megadeth.
So, do you think that maybe you guys will be at Rock on the Range again next year?
I don't know. It depends. I don't know how they are with getting the same band 2 years in a row.
Oh, they're pretty good about it. I can tell you that.
I do know that this year, after we played, we headlined the third stage.
Mm-hmm.
And after it was all over with, the promoters, the people who put the show on, said it was too dangerous. There was too many people over there, and it wasn't safe. So I would imagine if we play it again, hopefully we won't be on the third stage again because, it's not safe. They can't have us there again, I'm sure.
Yeah, I noticed in the YouTube videos that I watched that the fans had shot that you guys had a huge, huge crowd, and they were all singing along and stuff. I mean, you had a monstrous crowd for the.
Well, it was if you noticed, I didn't notice at the time. When you're on stage playing, you don't notice how many people are there really sometimes until you see the pictures and the videos afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what the problem was with the safety issue was if you look at all the stairs,
yeah,
and then you look at the, I don't know what they call it, a balcony or whatever.
Yeah, those landings on the side of the stadium there.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
were so many people on those that if there had been an emergency or whatever, there was just so many people you could never got to them.
Yeah.
All the way back. If you look at all the stairwells, they're completely full. The balconies were completely full.
Yeah,
I didn't really see that at the time, but afterwards when I watched the videos and looked at the pictures, it's like, wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that was the only grievance I had when I went the year that I went, because it really does seem unsafe, and there's just not really enough room on that third stage in front of the stage, to accommodate the amount of people that are going to be there.
Well, I was blown away. It just blows me away the people that come see us. We'll play places and I'll talk to people and they're like, hey, we drove 7 hours to be here to see you guys. And that really, it amazes me that people drive that far to come see us. It's really humbling.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And, if you come to a Bobaflex show, we always come out, we hang out with everybody, we talk to everybody, we try to meet everybody we can.
Yeah.
Not the kind of band, we don't do that.
Yeah, I've been asking John about getting me backstage passes, and he keeps saying, what backstage? So it's like...
we play a lot of places, there is no backstage.
You don't even need a backstage, people. These guys are coming out into the crowd and hanging out with you.
We do. We always do.
And that's top-notch shit. That's old school is what that is.
Well, you know what? We're all just regular people.
Exactly.
And we appreciate people coming out to see us.
That's the problem anymore, is that a lot of bands, I don't think, appreciate it.
Well, obviously without fans, you're nothing.
Right.
You can't be a band without fans.
Exactly.
And we like to get out and meet these people that drive and come to see us and pay money to come see us. They buy our T-shirts, they buy our CDs. Yeah, we want to meet these people and say, yeah, we really appreciate it.
I mean, these are the people that in 10 to 12 years are going to be watching John Hoskins porn.
It's going to be your retirement.
There will be no John Hoskins porn, I promise you that.
You heard it here. You heard an official statement. There will be no John Hoskins porn.
No porn.
So don't be Googling John Hoskins nude pics.
No, there will be no nude pics. Never, ever.
We're going to sell them to TMZ. We're going to crop your head on somebody.
Make sure he's got a huge wang.
Okay.
Crop my head on gigantic.
We will definitely do that. But man, again, thank you for letting us call and harass you for about 30 minutes.
Well, thanks for calling.
And we will come down to Louisville and hang out with you guys. And
we'll be in Louisville and Cincinnati both on this tour.
We'll make it to Louisville for sure. And when you guys go back out on the road, be careful.
We will. And like I said, call me, let me know you're coming, and I'll put you on the guest list.
510-4, and tell everybody your website.
I would if I knew it.
It's
I don't
something.
know. I always just Google Bobaflex.
Just Google Bobaflex.
I think it's the official Bobaflex.com or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Right. You can go buy T-shirts there, buy CDs. You can do it all.
Yep. All of our tour dates are there. And here's the thing: like people always, they'll send us messages saying, "When are you going to be here? When are you going to be there?" And just look at our website because all of our tour dates are on there.
I've been guilty of doing that too.
We actually had a guy ask us the other day. He's like, he sent us a message and said, "When are you going to be in? When are you going to be in Wisconsin?" And it's like, well, we were just there at band camp 2 days ago.
He couldn't get enough.
It was literally 2 days later. The guy says, "When are you going to be in Wisconsin?" It's like, yeah, well, we were there 2 days ago, bud.
That's a super fan, man. I mean, he couldn't get enough.
Yeah, the problem is there's no real way of getting information out there to people,
Right.
Facebook just doesn't do it. If they don't go to your website, then that doesn't appear. So.
Yeah. No, that's pretty funny. So, and when are you guys going to be in Kentucky? No. Are you coming to Kentucky again?
September. Zazoos, Yazoos, something like that.
Some place in Louisville.
Someplace. Well, yep.
And it's going to be badass.
Oh, I got another story for you.
Okay.
We played in Louisville not too long ago at the Phoenix Hill Tavern. I got choked out by the security.
What?
Yeah.
How did you forget this one among all the other ones?
Yeah, I've got a lot of them. Well, it was a total misunderstanding. A bunch of stuff happened, and I thought one of the guys in the band was being attacked by somebody, and I was just going to his defense to make sure he didn't get beat up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And security grabbed me.
Wrong place, wrong time.
And I got away from the first guy.
He's quick like a cat.
I was. Well, no, he had me in a chokehold, but I just got away from him. And the second guy grabbed me. My feet weren't touching the ground, so I couldn't do much about that, When your feet aren't touching the ground, you can't really do much about it.
Right. Oh, my God. Choked out a band member.
Yeah. Oh, well, it happens.
I wonder if he lost his job.
But it was a total misunderstanding, so I'm glad.
Cool.
It turned out good. It was good that he choked me out.
So are your buddies going to think we're weirdos when we question them about the Mothman?
No, not at all.
Because, come on, they're in Point Pleasant.
Well, actually, it's in Mason, which is about 14 miles from Point Pleasant.
We're looking for some good moth stories.
They may have them. I don't know.
They may. You never know. But John,
You don't know until you ask.
Huh?
You don't know till you ask.
That's right. That's right. They may know the Wild and Wonderful Whites.
They do, actually.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Does Jesco come to the shows in West Virginia?
No, I've never met Jesco White.
Well, I almost did one night, and then I found out that it costed money, so I was like, I know too many people back home that are just like you.
Yeah.
They just don't. They just don't tap dance.
It's like they say that they're the last true outlaws. It's like, well, obviously you've never been in.
You've not been in Leslie
It's
County.
everywhere.
They've not been to Leslie County. There's plenty of true outlaws here.
There are, indeed.
And we just sent one to play with Bobaflex. So.
No, I'm pretty tame, actually.
In-laws and outlaws.
Pretty laid back most of the time.
That you are, sir. That you are. But, man, we will hop off here, and thank you for talking to us.
Oh, thanks for calling.
Yeah, it was awesome talking to you, man.
It was good talking to you. It's been a long time.
Oh, I know it. It's been since around first of the year, I guess, isn't it?
Yep, I have. Next time I'm in.
Okay. Sounds good.
But, again, we appreciate you. You better tend to that dog.
Attend to what?
Huh?
Attend to what?
I think we're breaking out here. Somebody's cutting out. It's probably us. I probably don't have all this hooked up right. I can admit my own errors. Man, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon, and we will see you in Louisville.
All right, bud. Like I said, just call me, let me know, I'll put you on the guest list.
We'll do it.
All right, bub. Y'all take care.
We'll do. See you.
All right, see ya.
John Hoskins, Bobaflex. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with you.
On ddpyoga.com. You want to invest in yourself and take control of your life? I call it owning your life. Go to ddpyoga.com and own it. See ya. Bang! Monkey.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So,
I was having some strange problems.
yeah, we probably still are, but, well, we'll figure it out in the mix down. So how cool was it that our first interview was with our friend?
Yeah.
And
I think it was a good interview.
good starting point. He told some really strange stories there. I didn't expect, porn star stories.
Yeah.
So that was unexpected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that story.
I mean, I expected something like got in a fight or drunk too much and trashed a room, but not an old dude asking him to be in porn.
We should have asked him if he offered him popsicles.
It could have been Herbert the Pervert.
Indeed.
But we hope that everybody enjoyed that. John's a really good friend of ours, and Bobaflex is a really good band. And you guys should all definitely check them out. Like I was saying, my personal favorite is a song of theirs called Bury Me With My Guns On. It's pretty badass, but they also do that Simon & Garfunkel cover of The Sound of Silence. It's really cool. Just check them out and go see them if you can. They put on a hell of a show. And it's really worth it. They're really cool guys, and we're going to ask them about the Mothman.
Yes. Maybe they can shed some light upon the mystery.
Maybe they can shed some metal. But
maybe he's like jumped on stage before or something.
Maybe he has. Maybe that's how they got famous. Maybe they, not saying that they're not really great, because they are, but maybe they set up a deal with the Mothman. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, like they went deep into the woods one night and gathered hands and turned on a giant light bulb.
I thought you was going to say they gathered hams.
they gathered hams for it to feast upon.
They went to the state fair and found that big pig.
Yeah. They kidnapped the prize pig from the Kentucky State Fair.
Fuck 'em.
And then strapped it to the top of a giant light bulb.
But it was really cool, and we really appreciate John talking with us. And we'll definitely be talking with him again soon, and we'll go and check them out at their show in Louisville, wherever it may be. Like he said, Google Bobaflex. Because nobody can remember the website, apparently. We appreciate it.
What is it? Bobaflex?
Flex.
Did I say Felx?
Yeah.
That would be Bobaflex.
Bobaflex.
That's frightening close to Boba Felch.
It is. And not close to Bubba Hotep. But go check them out. They're a really badass band. And John's our buddy. He's going to get us in the show for free. Who knows? We might get them to give us a ticket or two to give away, maybe, if we play our cards right. You never know.
Oh, we could have an on-air contest of sorts.
That'd be cool. We need to do stuff like that.
We'll do some promotional stuff.
Yeah. As always, whatever you guys think.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear? What you want to do? Just
at some point, we'll start doing live broadcasts.
Oh yeah, it's coming. I'm working on it.
Yeah,
it's just we've got to do.
We've already got it to where you can call into our HQ.
Yeah, we've just got to. The thing with doing live is you got to get licenses for stuff, and I've got to work on that a little. But beyond that, we're doing pretty good for right now, I do believe. And next week we're going to be starting 2 new segments. I know a lot of you saw it on Facebook last night. We announced Merc Where Are They Now, and it's going to be presented by Nico Lewis, and I think it's going to be really good. I think there's going to be some gems in there because everybody around here that's our age and a little younger were Merc addicts back in the day.
We'll have some special awards.
Yeah.
There'll be people slapped with large trouts.
Yeah, definitely. And people kicked.
Yeah, we'll do some kicking and banning.
Oh, yeah. And then also, Chad Turner is going to present Tales from the Jail. And basically, what that is Chad's a deputy over at the jail here in Leslie County, and he's going to tell us some crazy shit that's went on. So we've got that coming up, and then, we've got the Sid Haig interview coming on the way, and we get down there to Scarefest in Lexington. We're going to interview Danielle Harris, and we'll try to get a hold of Josh Gates, ask him some prying questions.
We have business to attend to.
Oh, yeah.
With Monsieur Gates.
Monsieur Gates. But we got all that coming, and, starting next week, if you guys want to call in, fucking call in. We'll talk about whatever kind of craziness you want to talk about. We don't care a bit. Do we, buddy?
Yeah, we'll have an open lines of sorts.
Yeah. And we just want to say that we appreciate all the people that's helped us and listened to us and stayed behind us. We've check on the stats here real quick, but we're real close to 1,000 views on YouTube. Real damn close. Let's check her out here. Just 1 second for my lovely high-speed internet. We are 46 views away from 1,000.
Yeah.
So, if you guys can, if just one of you goes and watches the video 46 times, that's going to do it.
Yeah. You'll get to see that lovely Sasquatch killing radios up there.
Yeah. Yeah. And we want to thank Tommy Pace for all the designing he's been doing for us because it's fucking awesome.
Yes.
And I showed you the new stuff, didn't I? You've seen it.
He's always at work on something.
Oh yeah,
something vampiric.
I'm a big fan of this one. It's my desktop background. It says Ned and Pat have a posse.
Yeah, I looked at that picture for a long time while ago before I noticed the blade.
The bat shitty.
Yes.
Man, it was funny because poor Amberly taking those pictures, like, I kept laughing and making stupid faces, and she finally just had to lay the law down. She's like, you gotta look serious. And Ned is like a cold-blooded killer in every one of them. He's not taking anything lightly at all.
I know. Turned into the Iceman.
I think she might have been fearing for her life. Maybe. But, again, thanks to Tommy and Amberly for everything that they've been doing for us. We want to remind everybody that we've got a Scarefest coming up on the last weekend of September. Also, Wizard World Con in Columbus, the same weekend. Horror Hound, September 7th through the 9th. We've got a Bobaflex concert at some point in there. And then the first weekend of October, we're going to be covering the Mary Breckenridge Festival. And we're working really hard on figuring out how we can stream it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you can't make it out to the festival, just listen at us talk about it.
Minute by minute updates.
Yeah.
Live coverage.
Like, there goes so-and-so. He bought a funnel cake.
Yeah.
So-and-so just sat down on the second bleacher from the top.
We'll dispatch correspondence into key areas such as quilts, blooming onions,
crafts,
yeah,
useless toys,
yeah.
Subway.
We'll keep you posted on the most competitive pop gun prices.
Oh yeah. And then when the 4th of July comes around, we'll have somebody at Coon on the Log.
Yeah,
Because that's a big one. We could
we'll do like Olympic style coverage of that.
Yeah, we could broadcast from the fireworks about they just shot another one. It's purple.
Yeah.
There goes another one. It's green. Except we could do it like soccer, announcers, like when they scream goal, we'll just scream colors like green.
Wow, that would get old quick, wouldn't it?
I think it would get old after the first firework.
Yeah. If they let them all off at once or something, we'll be there to cover it.
Can you imagine doing the finale? Green, purple, gold, red, blue.
You'd have to be like the Hot Wheels guy to do that.
The most amazing auctioneer ever.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. But we've got all that stuff coming up, and if you guys can get out to it, definitely go check it out, because there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff at the Scare Fests and the Wizard Worlds, and they've got all kinds of wacky shit you can buy. And remember all the crazy shit they were selling at Fright Night?
Yeah.
Like, they were just selling crazy shit.
Yeah.
You could buy like severed arms.
Yeah, or tiny baseball bats.
Yeah. No, they were giving those away to the VIPs.
We need to organize one of these events and call it like a Feared Fest or something.
Haint Fest.
Haint Fest.
Come on.
Booger World.
Come on down to Booger World at the Nixon Center and see, I don't know.
Maybe we could reenact Richard Nixon's Coming to Leslie County, but with zombies.
That would be cool.
Have Zombie Nixon.
Come on down to Booger Fest and see the screening of Attack of the Hermit from Hermit World.
Yeah.
In case you all don't know, Attack of the Hermit from Hermit World is under copyright law to Kill Your Radio and Freeway Powered Entertainment. It's not really. That was so cool.
You just have a moment there.
I did. It was like nostalgia. Like when we were in high school, we made this movie with our clothes on. We just need to clarify that in the beginning.
You just made me so uncomfortable.
We made this movie. It was Ned and myself and Dustin and I don't know. Was Coots was there? No, Pace was there. And it was called Attack of the Hermit from Hermit World. And Ned was an evil hermit. And his beard was made out of a cardboard.
I still maintain that was the best prop beard ever. Ever in a movie.
It was.
If that's ever a category like at the Oscars or the Golden Globes, like
it was amazing.
We'll have to re-release it that year just to try to pick that one up.
It was too funny. But folks, I guess that's about all the time for us tonight. We want to thank you for listening to us as always. And we want you to keep listening to us. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/KillYourRadio12. YouTube.com/KillYourRadio12. KillYourRadio12.podomatic.com.
Podomatic. That was a Rocco's Modern Life episode, wasn't it?
Possibly.
Everything was Omatic in O-Town, wasn't it?
It was. And also, you can go to our blog, KillYourRadio12.blogspot.com, and there's a link to our iTunes there. You can subscribe to us, download,
If you're thinking about listening to the show, then pray do.
Yes. Or don't pray don't.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody's time, taking the time out to listen to us.
We're regular old Greg Walkers tonight, ain't we?
We sure do appreciate you. But check back with us next week for your weekly dose of lunacy and craziness. And I'm Pat Smith. Beside me is my good friend Eric Ned Whitaker.
Yeah, and we'll be appreciative.
Who always has to say, spit it out.
Thanks for playing.
We'll see you next time, everybody.